So I was asked, are Krishna and Jesus the same divinity? Well, to answer that question, we have to analyze it in 3 steps. The first step is, let's say you're a Christian and you fully believe that Jesus is God. And then you look over to the Hindu tradition. You say, okay, they think Krishna is God. So you're open about it and you say, okay, so the Krishna, Jesus, they must be the same person in different traditions. They're both God. That's one way of looking at it. If you go a little deeper, though, you'll see that, wait a second, actually Jesus, though, he really did portray the role of a devotee of God. He was praying to God. He was serving God. He was showing how to be an example of a perfect devotee of God. Now, Krishna, did he do that? No, he didn't do that. Krishna, from the very moment he comes to the planet, he's showing himself as God. The role of God as servant of God is actually fulfilled by Lord Shiva in the Vaishnava tradition. Lord Shiva is God, but God as the practicing yogi, as a practicing devotee. So actually it would be more useful in the second layer to compare Shiva with Jesus and not with Krishna. Now, if you go a little deeper still and you're open to analyzing the facts available to us, what you'll see is that historically speaking, all the academic studies on Jesus, etc., we have a lot of information available to us. And there is no indication that during Jesus' lifetime that he presented himself as God or that other people saw him as the Supreme Lord. At most, he was seen as the Messiah, who was just a leader, a human person, could even be a non-Jewish person, who would lead the Jews out of oppression. But he was not seen as God. It's very clear from the documents we have available. A lot of, studies have gone into this, that the theology of Christianity rose after the death of Jesus, which is kind of obvious since the whole theology is based on the crucifixion, on the death of Jesus. So obviously these things happened after the death of Jesus. So if you're open to studying the facts, then you would probably see Jesus as a beautiful, perfect, excellent practitioner, devotee of God, but not as God himself. And then you'll see that the only available information on God is in the Krishna tradition. So it's very clear that Krishna is presented as God. So we see Krishna as God and Jesus as the perfect devotee of God.